Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's begin. The first question. Consider the following statements with respect to Sanabeda Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in the Naupada district of Odisha, adjoining Chhattisgarh. Important vegetation of the sanctuary comprises moist evergreen forest. It is an ideal habitat for the Barasinga, the swamp deer. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. Recently, an exchange of fire took place between moist and security forces in the Sanabeda Wildlife Sanctuary. About this sanctuary, it is located in the Naupada district of Odisha, adjoining Chhattisgarh. It is spread over the sprawling area of 600 square kilometers. It was declared a sanctuary in the year 1983. It adjoins the Sitanada and Udanti sanctuaries of Chhattisgarh. The sanctuary harbors a great diversity of wildlife habitats with a vast plateau, canyons, and 11 waterfalls. It also forms the catchment area of the Jonk River, the tributary of Mahanadi River, over which a dam has been constructed to facilitate irrigation. The vegetation of the sanctuary, the important vegetation of the sanctuary comprises dry deciduous tropical forest. The flora of this, biza, teak, siso, asan, etc. The fauna of the sanctuary, it is an ideal habitat for the Barasinga, that is nothing but swamp deer. Other important animals also found here like tiger, leopards, hyenas, and barking deer, etc. It also works as a migration link for rare wildlife buffaloes between the state of Orissa and Chhattisgarh. So the answer is only two, because the important vegetation of the sanctuary comprises dry deciduous tropical forest, not moist evergreen forest. Moving to the next question. With reference to the preamble, consider the following statements. Equality of status and equality of opportunities find mentioned in the preamble. The expression of unity and integrity of the nation was there in the preamble since the beginning. Which of the statement given above is are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. The Supreme Court of India recently agreed to examine whether the words socialist and secular can be removed from the preamble of the Indian Constitution. About the preamble of the Indian Constitution serves as a brief introductory statement of the preamble of the Indian Constitution serves as a brief introductory statement of the Constitution that sets out the guiding purpose, principles, and philosophy of the Indian Constitution. The preamble is based on the objective resolution drafted and moved by Jawaharlal Nehru and adopted by the Constituent Assembly on Jan 2022, 1947. The preamble reveals four ingredients or components. First one, source of the authority of the Constitution. It is indicated by the preamble that the source of the authority of the Constitution lies with the people of India. Nature of the Indian state. It declares India to be sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. Third one, objective of the Constitution. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, and equality to all citizens and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. Fourth one, adaptation of the Constitution. It stipulates November 26, 1949 as the date. The expression of unity and integrity of the nation was not there in the preamble since the beginning. Amendments. By the 42nd Amendment of 1976, the words socialist and secular were inserted. The preamble now reads sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Interpretation by the Supreme Court. Berubari Union case. In this case, it was held by the Supreme Court that the preamble is a part of the Constitution. However, it recognized that the preamble could be used as a guiding principle if a term in any article of the Constitution is ambiguous or has more than one meaning. in Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. In this case, the Supreme Court overturned its earlier decision and held that the preamble is a part of the Constitution and can be amended under the Article 368 of the Constitution. Again, in the LIC of India case, the Supreme Court held that the preamble is a part of the Constitution. So the answer is only one, because the expression of unity and integrity of the nation was not there in preamble since the beginning. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements about Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. It was launched by the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. The objective of PMKSY is to supplement agriculture, modernization processing, and decrease agri-waste. It provides a boost to the growth of food processing sector in the country. How many of the statements given above are not correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. Recently, the Union Ministry of State for Food Processing Industries informed the Rajya Sabha about the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. About this scheme, the central sector scheme, Sampada, that is nothing but scheme for agro-marine processing and development of agro-processing clusters, was approved by the cabinet in May 2017. The scheme has now been renamed as the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. It is a comprehensive package of component schemes which is aimed at creation of modern infrastructure with efficient supply chain management from farm gate to retail outlet. The main objective of this scheme is to supplement agriculture, modernization processing and decrease the agri-waste. It provides a boost to growth of food processing sector in the country, and it also helps to providing better prices to the farmers, creating employment opportunities, especially in the rural areas, reduce the wastage of agricultural produce, increase the processing level, and enhances the export of the processed foods. The main components of this scheme: mega food parks, integrated cold chain and value addition infrastructure for agro-processing clusters, creation of backward and forward linkages, creation or expansion of food processing and preservation capacities, food safety and quality assurance infrastructure, human resources and institutions. The nodal ministry of this scheme was Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. So the answer is none of the above, because all statements given above are correct. Moving to the next question. Zircon missile, a supersonic ballistic missile recently launched by which country? Option A, France. Option B, Japan. Option C, Russia. Option D, Ukraine. In an attempt to hit a target in Kyiv, Russia forces launched is an scramjet-powered maneuvering anti-ship hypersonic cruise missile developed in Russia. The main features of the missile is reportedly capable of flying with a speed up to range of 1000 km. It is a two-stage of missile that uses solid fuel in the first stage and scramjet motor in the second stage. Zircon cruise missile use cooled supersonic combustion ramjet engines which power combustion by compressing air flowing at supersonic speeds due to the missile's forward motions. This is in contrast to the other hypersonic weapons like China-made DF-17 or the Russian-made Avangard, which use a hypersonic glide vehicle and which rely on the initial momentum provided by the multi-stage rocket boosters like those used on the ballistic missile to accelerate them to hypersonic speeds. Guidance system of this active and passive radar seeker. Another valuable aspect of the missile is its plasma cloud. During flight, the missile is completely covered by a plasma cloud that absorbs any rays of radio frequencies and makes the missile invisible to the radars. So the answer is option C, Russia. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to Gomti River. It joins the main river Ganga near Varanasi. The characteristics of the river is perennial. Which of the statements given above are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. Over 600 turtles seized from smugglers were released into the Gomti River recently. About Gomti River, it is a tributary of Ganga River, and the main course of this, it is an alluvial river that originates from the Gomt Tal, otherwise called Fulhar Jheel, found near the Madho Thanda in Pilibhit district in Uttar Pradesh. After flowing through an incised valley southwards through the districts of Sitapur, Lucknow, Barabanki, Sultanpur and Jaunpur, it joins river Ganga near Varanasi. The river extends to about 900 km. The total drainage area of the river is 30,437 square km. The characteristics of the river is perennial. The river is characterized by sluggish flow throughout the year, except during the monsoon season when the main, heavy rain causes a manif- Heavy rain causes a manifold increase in the runoff. Major cities of these, there are various cities that are situated on the banks of River Gomti, such as Sultanpur, Lucknow, Jaunpur, Lakhimpur, and Keri. The tributaries of these rivers, Kathina, Bainsi, Sarayan, Go, Reth, Sai, Pili, and Kalyani. So the answer is both 1 and 2. Thank you. This is the today's session.